It's news time. Information is power. The current, the news headline. Pro-Biafra agitator adopts activist Showore's revolution now to demand self-determination for Igbo people. A supporter of Biafra, Joe Manuel C. Eze, has said that the court cases and diplomacy cannot guarantee the Igbo people's self-determination. Eze, who is also a follower of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, reiterated that many advanced sovereign nations in the world got their self-determination after a revolution. He adopted a revolution now initiated by human rights activist Omoyele Sowore to ask Igbo, Yoruba, and Middle Belt people to steer a revolution that will give them separate countries away from Nigeria through a referendum. Eze, known as a philosopher, historian, and rights activist, reviewed this in an opinion article received by Sarah reporters on Wednesday. He said, "The truth is that legal battle and diplomatic move cannot give us Biafra. Bruce Fein, Barrister Ejiofor, and co-lawyers will not give us Biafra. It doesn't matter if we buy the highest educated US lawyer, it will not give us Biafra. Only revolution will give us Biafra. Go and check the history of nations' freedom. No nation has ever gotten freedom legally. Absolutely none. Before America gained independence, there was a revolution. Before China, UK, France, Germany, Russia gained independence, there was a revolution. Even before Israel, the most persecuted nation, gained freedom in 1948, there was a revolution. How about the recent South Africa? Was there no revolution? All these nations conducted revolutions not because they were equipped militarily, but because they were strong in mind. South Africa conducted a revolution even when their leader, Nelson Mandela, was in detention. When are we going to conduct our revolution? Maybe when Nigerian soldiers kill all our brave youths who could have carried out the revolution. We are all shouting, "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu," and my question is, if Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free today, what will be the next step? To continue broadcasting from where he stopped, isn't it? Onyedu has completed his job. The rest lies in our hands. Our leader, being in the DSS, that is Department of State Services custody, is the reason to conduct a very strong revolution which will set him free and bring about referendum for Biafra. His illegal abduction is what will vindicate us at the international community when the tension starts. Revolution is the only key that will draw the attention of the International Criminal Court. Many will die, but freedom is sure at the end. Setting up CCTV's camera in Biafra land or going from one court to another cannot help. The opportunity to kill two birds with one stone is here for us, but unfortunately we are about to misuse it. 100 men with lion hearts can start up a revolution. Others will join in the meantime. We have all it takes to start it. Our men are on ground. Our Yoruba brothers will join us. Some Middle Belt who love freedom will join us. And ending the article with revolution now, a canvas taking control of Biafra land by agitators as the best way to go about their agitation. The interest of the federal government an amount in the region of around $1 billion. So, the information that calls for celebration is the fact that there is no pending impediment relating to Mambila project with the discontinuation of the sunrise proceedings in Paris, the minister said. And this is the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, saying to the pressmen that actually interviewed him that the federal government is not outlooking the using political solution in solving the case at hand, as per the self-determination agitators who had been arrested for quite a while now. That is Sunday Adeyemo Igboho of the Yoruba Nation sect that had been agitating for the freedom of the Yoruba Nation, that is the breakaway from Nigeria, and also Nnamdi Kanu of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is also a secession group who wants to break away from Nigeria. And therefore, the Attorney General of the Federation says that in this regard, that they are not saying that they do not want to make use of political solutions to solve this issue, but for the government to take this into consideration, then a group or some group or anybody has to propose such to the federal government, and then they will look into it and see where they can actually come in after weighing the proposal. We know that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Kanu, had actually been accused of engaging in activities that can destabilize the country, where he was in charge, 7 fresh count charges against him, which borders on terrorism and treasonable felony. And his trial by Justice B. Ita Inyako had yet again been adjourned to January 19th, 2022, where Malami said that as far as security situation is concerned, the governance would not open their eyes and allow people, to do things that would break the country into two or breach the peace of the nation, saying that crime is a crime, and whenever there is a criminal undertone associated with particular conduct, the government needs to take steps to ensure that the people are operating in a way that is justifiable, and whatever is not, or whatever is breaching the peace of the land, those behind it has to be brought to book. The Attorney General of the Federation spoke in Abuja, saying that the issue of pardoning people was not even only spectacular to the Boko Haram members, but could be also extended to deserving cases. He said that is why he's telling the pressmen that there has to be an approach for the government to consider, so that it is not possible for him to tell anyone clearly or outrightly that reconciliation is being considered without anyone approaching them for one. So therefore, he says that they cannot operate a conciliatory approach in the blues, that it is never one-sided, that there has to be an approach and a counter concentration where they have to go through the approach and see the totality of it, and see if they can grant the request, and that is why the Mambila Power Project was being held down. Malami said that the remaining obstacle to the project has actually been removed. He said the arbitration commenced against Nigeria by Sunrise Power Transmission Company of Nigeria, that this particular arbitration that was against it has been discontinued. And well, for the Sunrise, perhaps one good information, or perhaps the hope for celebration that I wish to present for your consideration, is the fact that Sunrise has indeed withdrawn its pending arbitral proceedings, in respect of which it was claiming against the interest of the federal government an amount in the region of $1 billion. Thanks for listening.